You are now listening to the Pour Horsemen podcast.
But pouring up is a lifestyle.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Pour Horsemen.
Also subscribe to Apple and our Spotify podcast,
The Pour Horsemen.
Let's get it.
Crack in the kitchen, Lil Raw's on the mission. Break the bars out, screens in my expedition. Screens in my lack, up my trunk crack. Break the bars off, it's like this and like that.
Support for the Pour Horsemen is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code POUR, P-O-U-R, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code POUR, P-O-U-R. Your boss will thank you.
All right, so
You make it straight.
we back at it again, episode 127 of the Pour Horsemen podcast. And Tati, who directs all our marketing, et cetera, gave me some science for next week. So we have to record next week. So before we get into the guests, et cetera, next week is going to be January 28th, and it'll be our episode 128. So we have to record next Thursday regardless. So I think next Thursday we need to make sure that we got people in the building, because there's got to be some synergy with that date, right? I mean, it has to be. 128.
Does good luck come with that?
Got to be good luck. And it's her birthday, so it's got to be good luck. I mean, so
Well, she said that like, y'all better do something.
Yeah.
we can bring her Trident layers. You know, we can pay her a gift for her birthday on that day.
I
But
know a couple strippers.
we can bring some strippers though, for real. I mean, we got. I can put a pole in the back, for real.
Man,
Y'all tell me what time.
And we can have someone, and our guest today can
Tell me what time. I'll
do
be
that.
there.
Our guest today can do the soundtrack for the party. So, Casey, can you do us the honors of introducing our guest today, and we're gonna jump right in to the interview.
All right, so we got producer, singer, rapper, songwriter, what else? Father, husband, ex-co-worker, my dog Tim Ned.
Man, Tim, we appreciate you pulling up on something.
Appreciate you, bro.
So,
I'm good, bro.
now it took you a little longer to get here than expected. You know, I'm gonna blame KC. He sent you down to Pearland. How is that what happened?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one, brother. I can't do my boy like that, man. I can't do my boy like that.
do him like that.
Any guess for future references. We're going to put the address, and we're going to make sure it's not the north. This how you should know.
You gotta put the zip code. That's why.
That's
you gotta
what
put
it
that
is,
zip
the
code.
zip
That's
code.
what it
But
is.
that's how you should know it's never north. Like, it's never the north because of us on the pod. We
Because of
don't,
the north side?
We ain't the Migos. We don't do the north. We ain't with the north. So that's how that should never
It's
be mistaken.
downtown Houston.
We are
Downtown
downtown, like literally downtown.
Literally
I was
like
in
right
front
in
of
the
a-
middle of
Dead center
downtown.
Yeah, I was in
Dead
front of
center.
a big lot. So I'm like, I know it's not it right here.
Niggas say
I know they doing big things, but I was like, this ain't.
Yeah, we ain't that big. We ain't
said,
that
I was like,
big
y'all buy
lots,
big
and I
lots?
was like, shit, it's a lot of parking around here. He like, nah, the store big lots. I'm like, nigga, what? You in Pearland?
Yeah, but you know, so this is the fourth time that's happened though.
Okay, so I don't feel
You
as
ain't
bad.
you ain't the
Okay,
only
cool.
person. This is the fourth time this has
I was like,
happened.
damn.
Yeah, because
But
when
the
I
initial conversation is downtown Houston. I don't know if he told you that.
I
but
said
that's what I'm
like
saying.
I'm
We
bragging.
located downtown now. Our studio's downtown.
You his brother, so you just taking it from him, but it's all good.
I'll shit on him.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, I mean, they might fight before they
was
this.
banging
So,
on
all right, so Tim, before we get into like your music career and those details, I want to know now y'all met working together. And tell us about that job that y'all had, because for you two to intersect, I don't even know how that happened. Give us some
And
details.
stay cool.
Yeah, how did that work out?
Man, do you want to start it up? Because it's
We worked at a children's
say the
facility.
name.
It was a behavioral facility for young kids, and man, when I say those kids was bad as hell,
It was from the ages from 6 to 13.
6
Oh,
to
the
13.
13-year-olds can
Yeah.
fight.
No,
But the worst ones was the 6-year-olds. Yeah.
By far.
Really?
By far.
Yeah, man.
By far. We had a kid, I won't say his full name, but he was a little white boy named Sir. His name was Sir. His first name was Sir, and then he had another name.
S-I-R.
Like CER.
Like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
Like,
if you hear his whole name, you probably like, nah, that can't be his whole name.
Cervante.
no,
Nah, I'm
he's
talking about
white.
his full name. Like,
Wait. This wasn't a brother?
No, that's why I say he's white. His first name was Sir, and then it was like another name. But this kid was bad as shit. When I say this is a true story. I remember one time, me and him, we had to like get him. They had this room to where they'll calm down. We had to put him in there, and so I was
quiet
getting on his
room.
nerves. I was pissing him off, and he. You gonna make me say it, Mr. Casey.
Don't
I'm
tell
like,
me he
say
called you
what?
that word.
I was like, you make me sad. You making me mad. I'm like, man, I looked at him like, what the fuck he talking about? He was like, nigga. I looked at him like, yo, what the fuck? This is like my first week.
yo, it had the echo effect and everything too. 'Cause it was in that room. It was like, damn, that shit bounced off the wall.
No, I'm dead ass serious. Like, he
Oh,
looked me
man.
dead in
The
my
world
eyes.
shook up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
what?
He meant that too. He meant
it.
that shit.
And I was like,
With the fist ball,
yeah, he had the fist ball up. And then, like, I act like I'm charging him up. Oh, I'm sorry, you scared me, Mr. Casey. I'm like, man, shut the I don't think I had to catch myself. He was like, bruh, this is going to be the
Damn.
norm. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
That shit, I was there for what, 2.5 years? I think you left and then came back.
Yeah. So
Bruh, all them kids used to be on one, like, every day. Every day.
What the hell made y'all? Why did y'all land there? Explain that part.
Well, I always
Well, I
want the
know
kids.
you was there.
Well, the
What
thing was
about
like,
you?
I had no idea, even like going to that field, like mental health, I had no idea about it, whatever, right? So it was like something I was just looking for a job.
No doubt.
Yeah, so like my homeboy told me about it. He was like, why don't you, he ain't tell me details or anything. I'm like, yeah, I need a job. but I needed a job at the time, so I'm like, man, I need a job, bro.
Yeah.
So like, I'm talking about my first day. I walked into the classroom. So you're like, the first time I was working with it was 13 through 17. Like the first time I went in there, it was in a classroom setting. You know about the classroom, right? I just walked in, cool. This dude was whooping this girl. I'm talking about like just throwing hands on. I'm like, what the
Wait, like a teenager was beating up
bro,
a-
just like throwing hands at her. I'm like, what the hell going on? And like he looked at me, he was like, "Now I'll beat your ass too." I was like, what? I'm talking about like, some of them kids like, like I ain't the tallest. You know what I'm saying? But like he was like my height, so he probably thought I was a client, or whatever, right? So like he stepped to me, right? So I'm like, man, this little dude. I'm like looking at my coworker like, you serious? Like, yeah, I'll beat your ass too.
What was it?
So
Middle
like,
school?
yeah, it was like a middle school,
Yeah.
right? So
They
at that
clearly
time,
not in school, though.
we were able to like
they had to
like
school up.
like I guess like resist kids, like
Okay.
grab
We
them,
had to
right?
restrain them.
Yeah, restrain them. There you go. So at that time, like we were able to do that. So like as soon as he said that, bro, I like got him. Boom, hit him on the table. Everybody like, oh, don't mess with Mr. Tim. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So like right then, I like set the foundation. Like, hey, I ain't the one to be played with.
I'm
I
your
know I'm
new
the same size as
basketball
y'all,
coach.
but hey, I get down. You know what I'm saying? So
It was by the grace of God that when I got there, there wasn't no 17-year-olds because I wasn't
Man.
dealing with that again. When I lived in Oklahoma, I worked at Varagon. That was in Norman.
Okay.
Bruh.
Okay.
Man, I remember it was this big ass thick white boy that was 17 that tried me and got to wrestling with him. And he was like really hefty. And I had
He had that
he had that
Pasture Street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
country
that,
strong.
like contract.
Yeah.
That nigga was, you know what I'm saying? He got strength pumping up and shit. Man, I almost had to steal off of this little boy because this nigga he wasn't getting with me, but I wasn't like manhandling him like I wanted it.
He got girth.
Yeah, bro, it was pissing me off.
he
So
gonna
I had to put my leg behind him and then boom, which I wasn't supposed to do, but
Hey, you
shit,
gotta do
it.
I had to
man.
get him
Do what you
down.
gotta
The
do.
last thing you need is to
Because
get
they gonna give it all they got.
Yeah, he was giving it all,
And they got that extra strength too.
Yeah.
You know, it's that
Exactly.
extra. You
And,
know,
and then it benefits them that we are trying to like not
yeah, hurt 'em.
harm them and stuff like that. Follow the protocol.
yeah.
Bro, I was like, fuck that protocol at that point. I ain't do it to where I hurt him, but I got him down and got him restrained because I was like, I'm not wrestling. I was wrestling with that boy for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you had a workout.
It's a long fucking time.
Man, I was-
nah,
it
long
was a
time.
long
That's more than the
Long
round in the boxing.
Yeah, that's more than UFC.
Yeah.
45 seconds is a long
Bro,
time.
that was a long
He's serious
ass
about it too
time.
the whole time. Too.
But yeah, them kids, bro, it was a lot. And then when he left, and I was like the lone one with all them women, they ain't up my rate, they ain't up my pay neither. I was like, bro, I am out of here.
And the thing too, like on the girls are worse than the boys. Man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, for real. Man. They were 10 times worse.
Then you got to be more delicate and
yeah.
So you got out of behavioral health, thankfully, and went into your music career.
Right, there you go.
Because you ain't had to box the artists that you worked with, right? Like
he left. I was like, God damn, you leave me with all these. It was like, bro, I'm out of here.
I got you.
I didn't say I gotta go, bro. I was like, damn.
I feel bad. I was like, but man, I
nah,
can't
you
do
didn't
this
feel
no
bad.
more,
You ain't gotta say that.
I wouldn't even blame him. Shit.
All right, so were you venturing into your music at that time also?
Yeah.
So this is kind of what most people do. You know, you're working something towards your passion.
Right.
You know, so during that time, had you produced for anyone, had you written any songs for anyone, or had you put out your own music that you felt like, oh, okay, I got something here. Like, I know what's going on.
It was a little bit of both. I had like a placement with Nipsey Hussle at the time too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so like when he first did his the marathon, so like I was featured on that around that same time. So like, you know, I was producing other records like, you know, with local artists around Houston, but like at that time, like it was like the biggest plug at the time, like what I thought. And then shit, you know, look at him now, you know.
No doubt.
So yeah, like even with that, I was like, man, look, I gotta do something better than this. I can't see myself here for like no longer than 2 years.
That was after the Red album he got, because the one he put out in 2014 with the red cover.
That. It was
like
black,
2011.
Yeah, it was like
what's the name of that album?
Marathon.
Crenshaw?
Crenshaw.
Nah, it was before
before that.
before Crenshaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Bullets had
So
no names.
you've been
and
in
all
the
that.
game for a while then.
It was
with him.
before that because he had 3 of those, right?
He had 3 before that, but like this one was the first like major mixtape that he did. The marathon,
Okay.
like which
I got you.
which
Okay.
started the
Right.
marathon
I got you.
continues, Yeah,
No doubt.
it was that first series.
Okay.
So were you signed before then, or was that on your way to getting signed?
That was on my way to getting signed.
So that was on your way. So you was already tapping into artists like Nipsey.
Oh yeah, for
well
sure,
before
bro.
you even had a deal.
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, going through your bio and then of course listening to some of your tracks. What's been your favorite collaboration, either as an artist or as a producer?
Man, that's a good question. My favorite moment, it probably have to do like just anytime like I'm in the studio with the artist.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest thing for me. I can email tracks all day, that's cool, but actually getting that vibe with the actual artist in the studio, like collaborating. You know what I'm saying? So like anytime like I'm in the studio with any artist, I think it's my favorite moment.
Deeper than that, you talked about working with Nipsey before, 2013-ish.
Yeah.
So like that was before all the streaming shit really popped off, like SoundCloud and all that. So how were you getting your
So I gave him
material
a CD.
out?
Yeah, I gave him a CD. So like how I met him, it was his local like pop-up shop, SF2. I don't know if y'all familiar.
Yeah, I remember that.
But
shit.
when SF2 was off of 59.
Now where's that?
Right.
Let people know
It
because
was
we
off
got
of
people
59
who
and like Bar Sharpstown.
You got you
Okay.
got to be from Houston. To
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
That was like a little
Yeah, it was
window.
Yeah. So like he had a pop-up shop at that shop, and my homeboys like hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, Nipsey Hussle out here." And at the time, like I didn't really know who he was.
Yeah.
So like I had to do my own research. I was like, "Oh shit, cool. He from Cali. Okay, cool. Let me go check him out." So I went out there just on a limb, bro. I had a CD already ready for him. I was like,
Damn,
CD,
I remember the burning CD days too.
You know what I'm saying? So
to be like something.
It was
9?
09, 10 probably.
Yeah, because at the time I think he was rolling with Kendrick and them at the time.
Yeah. So like I went out there, just on the limbs, like man, let me go ahead and meet the dude. It wasn't no more than like y'all sitting there. It wasn't a lot of people because he wasn't like real big
right.
or real known, especially in Houston. So I got a chance to meet him. Like we chopped it up. I was like, man, I got a CD for you. Whatever you want on this CD, you can have. Gave him my email, gave him my phone number and whatnot. Cool. So like the week went on by. It was maybe like 2 weeks. He had emailed me. He was like, hey, I'm about to send you something. Oh shit. Fuck. All right, cool. He was like, I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you. So that next week after that, I got an email. It was an MP3 of him spitting on one of the tracks. He's like, is that track still available? Goddamn right.
Yeah, is it available?
Yeah. Can I get it? Oh, yeah, you can get it. Cool. So I was already like psyched up on that. And plus, even on the record, I produced the record and I was featured on the record as well. I did the hook. So like that was a big plus for me, and like just really start off my career as a major, placement producer. So
No doubt.
That's what's up, bro.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So another follow up to that, then, you work with a lot of the Houston legends, like a lot of them. We always have conversations around, there's different styles in Houston. You've got North Side had one style, South Side had one style. Have you been able to tap into both, or what's been most of your Houston kind of lane?
I'm able to tap into anything, to be honest with you. Whether it's North Side, South Side, and Cali or whatever, I'm adapted to anything, because my thing is I just love music, period. Like I got onto hip hop later on. Like I got into it when the Chronic came out. Like even before then, like I was pop Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown. Like I was into that.
We
era
can hear
as a
it in your
kid,
music
you
too.
know what I'm saying? So like
yeah.
I didn't get into hip hop until I heard Dr. Dre and the Chronic and Snoop, and I was like, man, what the hell is this?
No doubt.
I'm like secretly like listen to it, they cussing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is what? So like that's how I just really like fell in love with hip hop right then and there.
So you're the type of producer that can tap into a certain artist's sound, like what he was saying, like but you can make a beat or have an input on how they should. Okay, I got this beat, but how you should actually perform on this beat.
Right.
So you got that type of ear or
Right. Yeah, for sure.
mindset.
That's how I became an artist. So when I used to produce for like other artists, I used to have like the track demoed. So like I would have like this is how
A
you should
reference
rap on
track.
it. Reference track.
Yeah.
Right? So like I would have that in certain records. So and a lot of the rappers or artists, whatever, they're like, man, like you should keep this. I'm like, nah, I really don't. Nah, this ain't me. I heard that so many times, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. Let me just try it, right? So the first time I tried it, I had a song called Chuck Taylor's. It hit on YouTube. Man, I had like over 10,000 views within a week.
That's what's
And I was like, well, shit, this really doing something. Then on top of that, I got a call from Converse. I had a sponsorship through them.
Man, that's what's up.
So like that caught on, and that like put me even closer to like, you know what? Let me just try this, right? You
still
know,
got
let
that
me just try it.
sponsorship?
I wish I did. I wish I did, bro.
Comment they got songs. 11
Nah,
too big.
Yeah.
So do you prefer to be a artist or behind the scene, the producer?
Man, I'm gonna go back to my first love, producing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that shit has changed. That shit's been changed as far as like the hip hop industry. It started with like your P Diddy's and your Pharrell's. Like they gonna hop on the track, or they just gonna make the beat or produce like a Manny Fresh. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that shit's been like either you gonna do both or you just kind of being behind the scenes. I was watching an interview with Darkchild. Like he was saying like he just kind of stayed behind the scenes, but he could never sing or rap anyway. But he just
But he can though, so you might as well do both.
Let me
That's
ask
what I'm
you,
saying.
Yeah,
When
why
you're
not?
producing though, have you
It wouldn't
ever-
be far fetched, is what I'm saying.
You,
Yeah,
you ever had it to where, you know how like some producers got their tagline, like was it Mike Will made it or what's the
Jensen
other?
make another.
I mean,
one.
I really want to know,
Or-
Phil, what's
or-
your tagline? That's
Weezy
what I
out
want to
it.
know.
Turn the lights off. That's one of my favorite ones.
Nah,
Take
it is
it,
hard.
fuck
It is
these
hard.
niggas
What's
up.
it? Rico
Yeah.
Love?
Yeah, Rico
Yeah,
Love.
like
Yeah,
turn the lights off. That shit go hard.
Hold on,
Don't
Phil.
try
What
not
is your
now.
tagline before we get into here? What is your tagline?
It's a
God,
beautiful
you on the spot.
thing.
What is,
Spot.
what is your
Beautiful thing.
tagline for your production?
I wish I had one, man.
It's gonna be. It's a beautiful thing.
That would
there you
be
go.
nice.
It's
That
a
would be nice.
beautiful thing.
Hey, you need your own Netflix special. I'm watching how you asking these questions and your knowledge of music. That's pretty
It's a
impressive,
beautiful
though.
thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Nah, but do you have a
You
tagline?
supposed to tell you tag right then there. Right after that.
Oh, it is a beautiful thing.
There you go. I know, but do you have a tagline though?
Nah, I really don't. I have a certain sound I put in the actual track. I'll pinpoint it out. Like I'll let y'all.
Okay, yeah, I want to know what that is. I want to hear that. So, we got to ask some Horseman shit. Craziest story from a studio session. You ain't got to name the artist. You ain't got to tell us the time or day. Just the craziest story from a studio session.
Man, I ain't gonna say no names, but I was making this record called "A Wonderful Feeling," right?
Well, will we know the artist by saying the record though?
Well, I mean, like it's me. I can say this where I was.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, cool.
But it was
cool.
me though. It was
Okay.
me. So
Okay.
this song is like a soul funk record, like So like I was placed in third. No, it was Sunnyside.
Okay.
That's where the studio was, right? I'm making this non-rap
check a hoe.
record, right? So the dude that was running the studio, he was like, "Man, hey, I gotta make a quick run. So I need you to hold the studio down." I was like, "All right, cool." I mean, he's telling me like, "All right." This nigga hands me a shotgun. So I'm like, he's showing me how to use it. Yeah, man, you gotta do this, in case somebody just run in the house, you know what I'm saying? Just like, so you know how to use it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. He's like, man, and then too, like, if somebody come to the door, you gotta be holding that bitch at the door.
What is this, the Pentagon?
Yeah, I'm feeling like,
Capital guy.
so at that time, I like,
he got more security than the Capital over
you know
there.
what I'm saying? So I'm like, man. At that time, I'm like, man, let me call my manager. I'm like, hey, we need to find him in the studio. I'm in here with a fucking shotgun. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I need to get out of here now. He's like, all right, cool. So he came through. I came to the door with the shotgun. Like,
Did anyone pull up on y'all at all?
Nah,
Trap
anybody
house.
pull up with me. But the thing is, like, yeah, that was just a crazy moment. Like, I'm in there just doing what I need to do, and then he come up to me like, hey, teach me how to shoot a shotgun.
Yeah, nah, that ain't the way.
I don't need to be
that
here,
ain't the
bro.
way.
Yeah.
That's what Phil would have
He
did to
probably
you. You
thought
know what I'm
about going
saying?
back to the pilching after that.
Yeah, he probably was like,
Yeah,
I'd rather
I
wrestle
was
kids.
I may have made this the wrong career choice.
I'd rather wrestle 9-year-olds instead of holding shotguns for my life.
Yeah, like he was
on.
taking time to show me like this is how you load the bullets with it. I'm like, you think I'm finna go to war or something?
That's what he probably
That's
thought
crazy.
you was. I mean,
Hell
you
nah.
saying you wasn't ready to go to war for that career.
No, I'm good, brother.
Nigga making R&B tracks with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Last track
I'm in
called
there singing my heart out on these tracks. I'm like,
in there
with a
talking
shotgun
about
in my
cool,
hand.
casual, sexy with a sawed off. Like, that don't even work.
Crazy.
Moving forward with your career, would you be into like doing your own albums in the artist form, or like compilation albums, or like how?
Kind of like DJ Khaled.
Yeah, that type of stuff, or how? What do you?
I do have a collaboration coming out with Fat Pimp.
Okay.
We got something.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, it was something we can be coming up with.
Rag Daddy.
Crazy too.
Oh yeah.
It's insane, bro.
Can we get a preview? Not on the
yeah,
pod,
right.
after the pod.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's
my
up.
dog.
That's
right
what's
there.
up.
Fat Pimp, what up?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
my
I
dog.
got you. Yeah, a bunch of ideas I got with making like a DJ Khaled type of thing, compilation, where I produced the whole thing. I have like other artists like featured on it. I think that's missing in the game as far as like in the Houston team.
I completely
You know what I'm
agree
saying?
with
Like as far as like getting everybody on the record.
Yes.
So like that's something that I'm trying to put together as well too.
As a
like
producer?
even the like upcoming artists as well too, and put them on like with a zero.
Yeah, give them a
Or,
chance
you know
to
what I'm
get.
saying? So like they'll
Pick
have
up that
that.
audience.
They used to do that. Remember,
Yeah.
just the whole the Screw era, but he
Right.
died, and then the
I mean,
Switch
June-
House was doing it.
What's that
Right.
song,
and then
June
it was been
27th?
done.
Yeah.
That's still the longest song in the history
I'm
of
talking about
songs.
just putting artists
That
together.
might
like,
as well be
Houston
an
ain't
album.
doing
That-
that no more.
That song is an album length.
Let me ask
But
you
that's
this,
something.
though.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
As a producer, like, what are your thoughts when you just put in like all the years and all you got all the pedigree behind your resume, but then I don't know the kid name, and there's no shade to him or nothing like that. The kid on Twitter, the light skin cap, the high top fade that's popped off now as a producer. He's actually on DJ Khaled's song with Fat Joe that just came out.
Oh,
He got
really?
the
I think I did
clearance.
see that. Yeah.
He got the clearance from Luther Vandross Kemp and Rihanna
Okay.
for this new Fat Joe
Yeah,
song.
I seen that this morning.
And he blew up throughout the quarantine because he was just like mixing songs and like mashing them up. And then like Oprah sent him a MacBook Pro with the new Apple headphones and all that. And he just blew up.
Yeah.
And so I mean, he blew up just off social media. So do you try to, steer your stuff through that now?
Yeah,
'Cause I saw
yeah.
you on TikToks
Yeah.
and doing all that stuff now too.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm just like I guess giving the people like what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a big thing, and congrats to that dude, man. That's a beautiful
I
thing.
mean, he black
man.
too,
Yeah,
so
that's-
we
that's-
root for
that's a
everybody
beautiful
black.
thing.
If he was white, we had problems.
Damn, Tim
I'm
already,
just bullshit.
Tim already
I'm just
took
bullshit.
Phil's tagline too. He already saying it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
It is.
Already got a trademark.
It
I gotta cut him a
is.
check.
It is.
Nah, so but before we go into some other topics, I want to make sure what do you see your next like 5 years? Like where do you see yourself going? What does it look like for you 5 years from today?
Man, having more hit records, man. Be on the Billboard, Grammys, awards. Just building a foundation where I can bring up other producers as well.
No doubt.
So that's one thing that I've just been really just been thinking about. Just focus on how can I bring up somebody that's trying to do what I'm doing. Just bringing like mentorship.
Okay.
Mentoring like other producers and just having a big camp of producers. Because I think, man, producers are not getting the love like they should.
No
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying? So like I want to make that be known. Just bring that up.
Do you DJ as well?
Nah, I don't DJ.
Okay. Do you know how to DJ?
Nah,
Really?
that's a
Okay.
whole nother art form.
Oh, okay.
Bro.
Yeah.
I got a 2-part question before we switch topics. First question is, were you ever nervous, like in the studio with someone?
Every time.
And who was that? Who were the people that you were nervous for making a beat for? And then 2, I got a little audio in my car. I want you to hear after, cause I sing to my baby every night, and she told me I could make it too. So I'm trying to see what I can do.
Boys laughing at you.
You know,
Don't let them discourage you, brother.
You don't want to see. I don't want to give him everything that I got, but
out in the morning, be like,
he really got the vocals. Him right there. He really got the vocals.
Hey,
but no, were you ever nervous inside the studio with anybody? Like, man, look.
I don't know if it was nervous, but it was like more like anxiety driven. Especially like when I have a great idea for the artist, I can't wait to present it to him.
Gotcha.
Now on shows, like when I perform for the show, I still get nervous to this day.
I'm sure.
Off top,
What's
it's
the
like
what's the biggest?
man, 8,000 to 10,000 people.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that was in the Netherlands. So like the Netherlands, that was they don't know me from nothing, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm a small kid from Houston, Texas, out here. Probably the only, besides my manager, we was the only American out there. So like when the lady introduced me, it was like they just you feel the energy of 8,000 people.
Yeah.
So like I'm going out there, I'm like, man, I gotta represent not only for myself, but for
You got to put on the city.
You know what I'm saying?
man,
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
dope.
I had a Houston shirt on in the Netherlands, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Knocked it down. So like, yeah, man.
Man, that's dope.
Who was you? I mean, prior to COVID, of course. Who were some like artists that you toured with?
So before the pandemic, I was on tour with Ja Rule. That was my second year touring with him. We went all over the
You
United
was
States.
at that Milwaukee game?
Nah, I was not at that. Nah. I will not speak on that. That's when I will not speak on that.
No doubt, yeah. Keep your
yeah.
paper. Keep your paper, bro. Keep your paper.
I'm not gonna speak on that, but shout out to Ja Rule.
Shout out to Ja.
Hey, we
We
love
want you on the pod, Ja. When you come to the H, come
Straight
pull
up.
up on the Poor Horsemen. We
What
want
would I be without?
we want you on the pod.
I'll let them know, man. for
Yeah,
sure.
we want him
I
on the pod.
I say it like this though. When Clap Back came out, I thought that shit was live as
That
hell.
shit was
Wow,
hard,
man.
though.
That
That
shit
shit
was
was hard, bro.
But you know, 50 shit was so.
Yeah, I
know, but nah,
you know what I'm
Clap
saying?
Back
That
was
was
live.
that was
That was
unpopular.
Clapback was hard,
But
though.
let me tell you
That
about
was
his
unpopular.
shows though. Sold out every show.
I mean, he a legend, bro.
I
Bro,
remember the
Ja
first time.
Rule.
Yeah.
I remember the
People
first
got
day.
Ja Rule fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. I remember on the first day, bro. Like I'm sitting in like fan mode. Like nigga, this is Ja Rule. This is what I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
They singing word for word, dog.
It's the power
And you
of the
forget how
beat.
many
Taking the
records he
breath
got.
breaths. Yes.
You forget how many hot records he
Yeah.
got.
He
can get a
Like,
verses, really.
bruh.
He'd be hard to beat.
Bro.
He'd be hard to beat in the verses.
Man,
I
that
mean,
nigga
Ja
got
got an
some
easy
shit.
20.
Ja got some
He
shit.
got an
Easy
easy
20.
20.
Easy
That,
20.
that New York was hard. The Clap Back was hard. I felt like when 50 like hit him hard, because he hit him hard.
But that
And
clap
But they
that
had
clapback was
indictment
fire.
going on.
That beat was fire.
that
Who was
indictment
That
playing
indictment
beat?
fucked him over.
Fucked him over.
But
That
that,
what? What you said?
That
when he
indictment.
got indicted for all that shit,
Oh,
that
yeah.
messed him over. But
Yeah.
And New York was after that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he
New
made
York-
Clap Back first, and then New York,
New York
and
was
then,
Then the R. Kelly one.
that's what I was about to
And
say.
that whole hard.
He's still a hoe, but that hard one was hard.
That's a hard album.
And and that one he had with Nas.
Oh yeah, there's no.
Oh shit, I forgot all
That
about
shit
that.
was-
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
hard too.
I
Ashanti
still
gonna
listen.
do
That's
that
why I
tonight.
said he got a solid 20.
He do.
He got a solid
Oh, he
20.
definitely
He
do.
do.
In the beginning, it was what do you say? It was me.
That shit was hard.
All right, so Tim, give everybody your. We're gonna do this now, and then we'll also have you do it at the end. Give everybody your social media, where they can find you, website, all that detail, and then we're gonna jump right into why JC was able to get Kodak Black and Lil Wayne pardons. But first, I want to jump into give everybody your information, and then we gonna jump right into that.
Yeah, loudmusic.com is the website. Instagram official Tim Ned, Twitter at Tim Ned, Facebook Tim Ned, YouTube Tim Ned, all the music platforms. But you got to spell T!MED.
I like
Make
that.
sure people.
I'm
don't
gonna
miss
follow. I'm gonna follow that
exclamation in the middle.
ASAP. All of those.
Yeah,
bro.
y'all make sure y'all tap into that. So JC, can you explain yourself? How did Kodak Black,
My nigga, look
out of
back.
all people,
Yeah.
140 pardons were issued the day that Trump left office? And first off, I want to talk about Tiger King too.
Dog.
No, I know you are. So hold it. But JC, can you explain how Kodak Black got a pardon from Trump?
That nigga, what
nigga
he
be
do?
jamming
His
shit.
people. I mean, no, his people was reaching out. I think he put out something as well, like a tweet or some shit about.
Being mistreated. And
He
just
was
in
he
prison.
was bigging up the way that Trump was letting people out with the whole prison reform thing. I think he said something about that, and Trump was like, "Oh, well, I fuck with you if you fuck with me."
Yo, Trump has got to be the wildest president.
And then his people from
like-
there, his people just reached out like, "Hey,
I mean, think the list of pardons are nuts.
What?
Yeah.
I just
who are
wanted
some
big
other
me-
people that got
Kwame
out?
Kilpatrick. Kwame Kilpatrick was smashing he was the Detroit mayor. In the office, he was smashing his executive secretary. And he also tried to sell a political favor in Detroit. He got put in jail for that. Clearly, you should. Trump pardoned him because Trump was like, he liked to grab pussy. So do I. He got pardoned. Lil Wayne got pardoned. And we know why he got pardoned because remember that
he had
picture
that
he took.
goddamn
That
turtleneck or
picture he
whatever."
took. And then Kodak Black got pardoned, but the only person who didn't get pardoned.
No, wait. Before that, I saw the dude that kind of upstarted Denzel's career. God,
Oh yeah,
man from Harlem.
yeah. He I can't think of his
Some
name, but I know
O.
you're talking
Some
about too.
O.
He got pardoned, but
And let's point out a couple of people that was put in jail for Joe Biden's laws back in the day, because they was moving weed and it was
yeah, but you can't just say Joe Biden's laws though.
It was Joe Biden's
The
laws.
crime bill ain't just
Crime
Joe
bill
Biden's
is
laws
He was
though.
one that voted for.
Yeah,
He's
everybody.
one of
90 senators
Yeah,
voted for
it's
the
not
crime.
so-
but he was a
put it
part
all
of it.
Yeah, you can't put it all on one. Put it
all on
damn. I mean,
He was a big part of that
No
shit.
one man should have all
Yeah,
that power.
I mean, now the wildest one though who didn't get a pardon, he had a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a clothing stylist, a limo, and a chauffeur waiting outside the county jail. My man Tiger King was ready.
Joe Exotic.
Yo, he was ready to
Yeah.
sit pardon. He did not get pardoned. He was ready to crush some cheeks, bro. Like he was ready.
I think he went back to his cell and got his cheeks crushed.
wow. I didn't even know that shit.
I ain't know that either.
Yeah, that shit's for real.
His white ass.
Trump left his ass in prison, bro.
Damn.
Tiger King was willing
God
to pay
damn it,
$2 million for a pardon.
For real?
He was willing to pay $2
He
M
don't
for a
have
pardon.
$2 million.
I think he could have GoFundMe that.
Bruh.
People wanted him
Hell
out.
yeah.
People
Him-
wanted him out.
Done.
Did
Because he got like decades.
Yeah, oh, he's gonna die in there.
Bro, he kicked off
done.
2020, right?
really
Well, no,
did.
he
Yeah,
kicked
no,
off the
he really-
pandemic.
Yeah.
The pandemic. He kicked off the pandemic.
He
Yeah.
kicked it off.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah, he
Damn,
did,
the
yeah.
Tiger King was lit, bro. I watched
I mean, the
that
Tiger
shit.
King was
And
turning straight
after
men.
Tiger King,
I mean, bro, he was like the Tiger King was giving straight men meth and shelter.
That's crazy.
And allowed them to pet tigers, and he was piping them
That
down.
hoe got her
That
arm
is a
bit
fact.
off.
I'm not saying that to be.
was
I'm
his
not saying
plan.
that to be like
bro,
flagrant.
That's
no,
what
that
That's what
was-
happened.
That shit kicked it off. Then it was Last
Jordan doc.
Chance. Yeah, Last Dance.
Bro, that's
Damn.
crazy. Like in that's how long 2020 was.
2020 as long as you
That
ever.
documentary alone got Carol Baskin on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, and she murdered her husband.
Yes.
Yeah, no, she should be in prison for life.
Hello, are you cats and kittens?
Damn, you mock her good. That's
Man, that
crazy.
shit was creepy as hell.
Hell
Yeah, so I mean, and then Trump did that crazy. He tried to do a send off. You know, he wanted to have a military parade, but that shit wasn't happening. Only 87 people, and I counted by hand because I wanted to know. Only 87 people showed up to his
Bro, they said
leaving ceremony.
They said this nigga invited like interns to come and
Yeah,
they shut
and
it
he said
down.
they could bring +5. I'm not laughing, bro. The actual invitation, I read it, said, you're a valuable member of the Trump army.
Hey, is
you +5. Please be at 7 a.m. at Andrews Air Force Base to send off your favorite president.
Who had the greatest fall off in world history?
The greatest fall off.
Like I think Trump is one of the
Like his failure is the worst.
the worst. Like he had everybody buzzing on social media and news, and then his fall off was just bad.
It ain't ended yet.
R. Kelly was one of them.
Yeah.
R. Kelly got to be
Bill
up there.
Cosby?
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby
I
was
think R. Kelly, though.
Bill Cosby may be tops.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bill Cosby
That
lost
nigga-
his vision.
That nigga was America's dad.
Hold
They
on.
called him America's dad.
But Bill
man.
Cosby can't even see no more.
Yeah.
So not only did he lose his career, he lost Claire and he lost his vision.
Damn.
Like that's a trifecta. That's
who else?
bad. Who
It's
else had terrible fall off?
Terrible
Bill
fall
Cosby,
offs.
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
Bill
Now
Cosby.
Tory Lanez ain't that bad because
Shit.
they said Meg. Now what happened with that? Did Meg really drop the charges?
No, she
No,
did
she
not.
didn't.
No.
No, she
Phil
didn't.
hit us talking about he about to listen to Chick Shape 3.
Hey, listen, man.
Hey,
Listen,
That nigga spoke too soon.
I did, bro. But let me tell you something about Tory Lanez. Niggas make good music,
He
bro.
makes some hits.
I
Now
can't.
Tim, does Tory Lanez make hits?
He do.
He do.
You
bro.
work
He's
with
a-
Tory Lanez?
Nah.
Are they hits good enough to shoot someone?
No, they're not good enough to shoot
I
a
would
woman.
though. I would work with him though. I ain't
I
tripping.
feel you.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, they're not good enough to shoot a woman, but
Hell no.
Are they good enough to shoot a man? My
fuck that
brother had a shotgun at the door.
True
you
that.
know he ready for action. So
Fuck
are they
that
good
guy.
enough to shoot a man?
nah, you just can't just be shooting people making good music. Man.
Hey, that new
You get a
little
pass,
song
bro.
he
You
got.
make good music.
That song he
pass.
just put out a clip with Lil Baby. That shit sound hard.
Tory,
I hate to say it
Yeah.
did sound hard. I heard that clip too.
They got a video and
and
shit.
it's only because Twitter. Because sometimes you scroll past stuff that you don't want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always stop at the flicks. I'm gonna watch the flicks that happen on Twitter. I'm a man. I'm gonna watch them.
How many hours of Busted Challenges? you
I've
watch?
watched now like 96,000 hours of Busted Challenge. I spent a full day watching Busted Challenge to where the Chloe Bailey girl from Disney Channel showed up and I was stressed out.
You work
Me
with
and Casey
1501?
talked about that.
You work with 1501? What's the girl name? Erica Banks? They little camp in Houston? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've watched too much Busted
You
Challenge.
niggas disgust me.
You the main one. You came in talking about Busted
I ain't
Challenge.
talking about that. I'm talking about that nigga. Fuck that dude.
who?
Tory. Fuck
Man, I
you.
just saw a
We
clip.
don't know
dog.
what
We don't know what
I
happened.
don't know what
Fuck
happened,
you,
dog.
Man, what's going on over
Yeah,
there?
he just protecting all black women.
Yeah,
As
he
you
Nah,
did.
should.
yeah, that's a
I'm gonna
plus.
send you the
Yes,
clip
sir.
of his little monologue.
Oh, he's protecting black
Looking
Look
right
at his
at
face
you, nigga.
now.
Fuck you, nigga.
This dude crazy.
Is that how he was acting at the rehabilitation center that
Just
y'all
bringing
worked
back
at?
memories. I'm like, hey, what's up, my nigga? Chill, brother.
But nah, so
What's your coping skills, brother? Come on, let's get it.
I breathe now.
There you go.
Woosah.
There you go, breathe.
but to that point though, people getting not necessarily canceled. This is worse than canceled.
Yeah.
I think Trump might have the worst fall off. I mean, he had people running to the Capitol. He had a literal army, and now he can't even tweet. Like, think about how far you fall. And I heard Mar-a-Lago, where he's supposed to move back to in Florida, told him he can't live there for more than 10 days. Because he signed a contract in like 1982 that said you will never live here for more than 10 days consecutively. So now you got to find a place to live.
I want to say for him to be top fall off, he would have to go to prison to top it off. Because Bill Cosby still got the title.
I don't know, man.
They
This,
fucked over Bill, bro.
Can't see.
I seen him.
Fucked over himself.
He
Nah, we don't know.
yeah,
R. Kelly is
We don't
different.
know. They do know. He was indicted.
That's
He's guilty.
his case is a little shaky, bro.
What the
R.
hell
Kelly
is wrong
is
with you?
not. R. Kelly is not. R. Kelly did that shit. I think he did that shit. Bill Cosby is a little.
Nigga, I'm telling mama. Nigga, fuck.
Me and Mama actually had an interesting conversation about Bill Cosby. Now,
Everybody was taking Quaaludes and shit back
that's
then.
what I'm
Everybody
saying.
was turned up
Bro,
back
it's-
then.
Dog, it's a lot of
Understand that.
lot
But
of
he
shit
kept
that goes.
going.
yeah, he said
That was the disco era. niggas understand what
but then he
going
started
on
getting
in
into
this
the
Dog,
Spanish
era.
fly.
Rick James should have been locked
He
up.
started.
Yeah.
He kept going. He was doing this shit for years and years.
Yeah,
Hey, let's not
He
get
wanna
off
keep
in
the
it.
party
We
going.
always,
Let's
why
keep it
we
going.
always talk about like at least 6 episodes in a row we didn't talked about this shit. R. Kelly and Bill like that Me
It just
Too
happens.
shit.
It
Because
just
they some
happens.
fuck niggas. Stop celebrating
We gotta
these
stop
niggas.
doing that.
Y'all,
Okay,
when y'all align with me and call them hoe ass niggas, then we'll be good. But until y'all, every time y'all celebrate them, or hey
ain't
man, they
celebrate
still
nothing.
make good music, fuck them. Tory on the list too, nigga.
I'm jamming them niggas. I don't care, bro. I'm jamming.
I never really liked the Cosby Show.
R. Kelly, all them niggas.
What's your favorite R. Kelly record?
I don't
That
know,
nigga
bro.
Phil
I
get
just
home.
You like
listen.
TP2?
I like all them hoes.
Phil go home, turn on R. Kelly, watch the Cosby Show, and play 6 3.
Hold on. I don't do all hell no. That's a wild nigga.
Flag in the back.
He Paula Deen chicken.
Flag in the back.
Paula Deen
With his Trump
chicken.
hat on.
That nigga
With
toxic.
his MAGA hat on.
Damn.
Toxic. Wild, man.
That's a number one.
let's
Number one.
get-
Got
toxic
Future
nigga.
beat.
Let's get into a few quick things. I had sent y'all a message about the new Big Three. So we finally got a chance to see it on the court.
Yeah.
Now, I don't take one game as a estimate of how they're going to do. But it is nuts that
Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton almost scored 50 on him.
Y'all better
Yeah,
recognize
that
Sex
nigga got
Land.
game.
He's not that good, though.
Sexland.
Shit, he
That's
good.
Sex Land.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw 2 stats that made me know that they're not that good. The Cavs had the worst rated
Second.
offense.
Yeah.
Second.
I thought it was worse.
They 29th.
Worse.
29th. It's 30 teams.
That's
Worst.
worse. That's still. It's like a
Bro, that-
you see the green, the
Yeah,
yellow,
like
and the
they-
red. They in the
They're
red.
in the red. Okay. Colin Sexton didn't play for 2 straight weeks.
He was out.
How he come back and bust
But
you for
20
almost
points
50? 20 points straight in the overtime?
Kyrie was out for what? How many games?
That's
7 in a row?
Kyrie.
But that's Kyrie.
It don't matter.
Nah.
Colin
Sexton ain't-
Colin Sexton.
Colin been putting up like 24 games, 25 a game
But I'm
this
just
year.
saying, but we
There's-
ain't seen him out. Like
There's
he
no
ain't no
way
Kyrie.
You
Like,
shouldn't
you-
let a guy
If a
score
nigga
20
averaging
straight.
25 a game this year, though, he's been putting consistently 25 a
Not
game.
20 straight.
What it showed me is that the Nets don't have no defense.
We knew that, though.
They don't have no
We
D.
knew that.
But don't take away from that young bull.
We
Look,
not.
he been that killer since he that gift of him where he about to play defense and he ball his fist.
Alonzo.
That nigga been a
That
killer
remind
since he
me of
played.
me.
They played
Because that's what I used to do when I wanted to
Yeah,
sleep
they
a
played
nigga.
3-on-5
That
in
3-on-5
in,
shit.
in college.
That was put me overboard. Like, oh, this nigga, he a killer.
But yeah, that's how I play defense when I'm ready to
Nah,
like
you
slap
can't
someone,
play no
fight
defense.
someone, ball my fist
Nigga
up.
plays
So
no
where do y'all
defense.
rank this Big Three? And Tim, we talking about, of course, Kyrie, Harden, and
KD.
Durant now. Where do we rank those 3 players, that collection of talent? Because I heard a crazy, I think it was, what's my man on First Things First that used to be in Houston? Nick Wright.
Nick right over.
He said that this is the best collection of talent,
Talent, yeah, for sure.
but he doesn't know how good the team will be.
This is the best collection of talent in their prime. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You got Kevin Durant
Better than the Heatles.
in their prime. Yes, Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving.
LeBron counts as 3 people in that heat.
He
Kevin
counts
Durant
as
got to
2.
count as a couple
He
there.
counts as 2.
At least 2,
Yeah, I say Braun
because
counts
he was
as
another
2.
animal.
So then the other big 3, so the big 3s we got, of course, this one. Then you had Braun, Bosh, Wade.
Wait,
You had
Paul Pierce,
KD, Paul Pierce,
KG,
Garnett, and
Ray Allen.
it was Ray or Rondo.
It was rare.
Ray
Okay,
Allen.
Ray
for
Allen.
sure.
And then in Golden State, you had KD, Steph, Clay.
Well, if we going off
Y'all
of
disrespectful
accolades,
as fuck.
Who else we missing?
Magic, Kareem.
Nah, we not going
and-
that.
No, we ain't
not
going that far.
We
We
ain't
ain't
doing
going
that.
that
We ain't doing
We ain't going that far.
We ain't doing.
I ain't going. I ain't going.
Bird. We ain't doing Bird, McHale.
Yeah,
and,
we can't go that far.
We ain't doing all that.
Why not?
Because that was they weren't even really considered big 3s then. That was just general managers putting
Worthy,
together
Magic,
teams.
and Kareem.
These are big 3s. These are players coming together, making their own teams. This is it's completely different. It's a different situation.
What about Rodman, Jordan, and Pippen?
Did they make that or was that Krause?
They had to get the clearance.
I mean, but we
they
watched
had to
Krause.
call-
No, Pimpin and Jordan was together. That was
I
Krause.
understand that, but they had to like give the okay for Rodman to come. That's a big 3 for him.
Because Rodman was nuts. Okay, we can put them in because that's at
But
least.
that shit's
that's all you gotta say
different
right
though,
there,
because
yeah.
Rodman
That's
was
it
just
right there.
he's
That is
like
it.
a
That's
wild card. Like
That was it.
Then
'Cause
how
he
do
wasn't
y'all-
no
but how
scorer,
do y'all-
like-
how do y'all make it to where KD, Steph, and Clay was a big 3?
because they're
they
all
wasn't.
scoring. They all
Yeah, that was a big.
threats
That's a big three.
offensively.
That's a big 3.
But they wasn't though. A big 3 is a big 3. He was like attack. He was the paid assassin that came in.
they still were 3 All
The
Stars.
big 3 would be Steph. Okay, the All Stars would be Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
No.
How?
Nah, I think
How many years was Draymond an All-Star
Like 3 or 4.
out of that 6-year run?
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Goddamn. All NBA defense and all that shit. He was all NBA.
Would you say the Detroit? Would you put Detroit Pistons in there? The second Detroit Pistons with
nah, because
Billups
that
and-
was just a good starting 5.
That was
That was a
good.
5.
That was a good starting 5.
they
Yeah.
made the All-Star team.
Yeah, but they were just a good
4
5.
out of
Oh,
though.
what about Tim, Manu, and Tony Parker?
And see, that's what I was saying earlier. What about Kawhi though?
Kawhi was
wasn't.
more
He
like
was
how
drafted
KD
in.
was.
Yeah,
he
he was
was
drafted in,
drafted in, but he developed until
He was a baby.
was
He
the
was a
main.
baby, though.
He was the main guy, and the big 3 was on their way out.
Yeah, he was a baby though.
he was, but he still showed.
He
the fuck
still
up.
hoop.
Oh, he did.
I mean,
what
I
I'm
mean, he
he
saying,
showed
still
up
hoop.
big.
This is what I'm saying though. If we're gonna exclude, like the LA and the Celtics, then how can we incorporate KD, Steph, and Clay when really it was KD, Steph, and Draymond because they was winning before KD even got there.
KD, Steph,
They won the championship,
Draymond.
and then
Why
they
wouldn't
lost
you
the
put
championship
Clay
through
over
substance.
Draymond?
Huh?
Why wouldn't you put Clay over Draymond? Or as the
No,
third?
he was saying it should be Draymond, Clay, and Steph.
I'm
was the big
saying
3.
KD is not their 3.
He said he wasn't the 3.
Oh.
He was just literally he was a,
I wouldn't-
a
he was
paid
an addition,
assassin.
I wouldn't.
He
have
was an
ca-
addition.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, that I wouldn't count Golden State in that because, like you said, they was Draymond and Steph and Clay was all drafted in, and then KD came. We're going
So
Boston,
then
Heat,
Boston Heat and now.
Nets. And the
No,
Nets.
and now Boston Heat. Now, who's
Right.
the best 3 collection of talent then?
Collection of talent.
Yeah,
Harden in them.
you think Brooklyn?
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
think? What you think, JC?
I gotta get a nod to the Nets because they told Bosh that he had to play conservative. Like he was still kind of just it. Like I think him leaving Toronto, he hadn't even reached his peak yet. Like he was balling, but I don't think he. But I think that's kind of sheltered his career a little bit
What you think, Tim?
I go to the Nets too. Yeah.
Man, that's tough.
because they sat him down and told
When
him,
you
"Hey
saying
man,
collection of
that
talent,
Heat team had. I mean, Wade was still. Now he got
he
ended
was
his prime,
broken up.
but not until the third year.
Second.
Now that first and second year, him and Braun was unbelievable.
I don't know about the
Unbelievable.
second year.
Can we talk about
the second year he was on his way of
They
breaking
won the
down.
chip that second year.
So
That's
he
when
was
they.
They
on
did.
his way of breaking down. He was literally moderating his minutes,
Hell yeah.
and he was even missing playoff
He was
games.
missing games all season.
The you can't keep Kyrie on the court now.
Well, we don't know yet. We only got
talk about the
3
details."
games?
They only one game
One
in
game
together.
in together.
I don't. Man, Kyrie got to show me that he
Yeah.
committed to this.
You asked a collection of talent. We talking about
That's what I was
Kyrie
gonna
Irving,
yeah.
James Harden, and Kevin Durant.
I was gonna
bro.
ask you about the
Insane.
detail of their skill set.
Yeah.
So Boston, you got a shooter, you got Paul Pierce, he gonna score, just whatever. He's just a scorer, and then you got
Defense.
Kevin Durant is
Defensive.
all of the above as well.
Garnett. Kevin
Right.
Garnett.
Yeah, I say Garnett. My bad. Yeah. So their talent, you got a shooter
It mixes well.
that mixes well.
Yeah.
You got the Heat.
Yeah. They had to
The
figure
Heat
it
got
out.
was,
two scores.
LeBron was a facilitator. I mean, he was all around.
Right.
First off. Wade was a scorer
Scorer.
slasher, and he had Bosh who was in and out the paint,
Spread.
and he was a spread shooter and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Okay. Then what do we say? Now break down the Nets.
They can just
score
all
at
hoop.
the highest
Yeah,
level,
these
bro.
are the
all
best
just
scores
hoop,
ever.
But these are
These
three
are the
of
best
the
scores
best
ever.
one-on-one scores ever in the NBA,
Yeah.
bro.
They can't play defense.
No.
And they can't get rebounds.
No,
I'm just saying, let's just
Yeah.
talk about the game.
I get that,
but they can score with anyone.
with D'Antoni as their assistant coach and Steve Nash as the head coach, their thing I know is going to be we can outscore you. I know that's.
I mean,
that's
they
gonna
tried
be
to
their
score.
thing.
They scored 145 and still
What
lost.
team has ever won the championship
Nobody.
that
Nobody.
was like that?
35.
Nobody.
I thought it was
about
145 to
12.
157.
Nobody. I'm not saying that they're going to win the championship.
I'm
they
just
had
asking a
Oh
question.
yeah, I'm not saying they're
I
going
might
to win
be
the
wrong.
championship. What I'm saying is that if we're talking about talent, yo, that's
Yeah,
insane.
what team has ever really just outscored someone to the chip?
Oh, you're
It's
not gonna
hard to do that.
You
because
You're
the
not
game
gonna do
slows
that.
down in the
And the
playoffs.
playoffs
slow
is going to
down.
be a different
And
story.
they can be ISO and everything. But what I'm saying is, even with that talent, that can't be dictated if that's the best big three, because it won't always work. Another big three we don't even talk about because they didn't win was Run TMC.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
win.
yeah,
They didn't.
yeah.
You got to win though.
But they was
And
drafted.
you gotta win.
And they was running it up.
They
but
was
you gotta
drafted in.
win.
Huh?
They was drafted in.
No,
The Trail Speed Rail.
No,
No,
it
no,
wasn't.
no,
I'm
what's
sorry,
wrong?
I'm
It was
sorry.
Mullins,
Mullen, Tim
Tim
Hardaway,
Hardaway,
and
Rich
Richmond.
Richmond wasn't drafted there though, was he? I think he was a trade.
No, he was there.
Oh,
He got
man,
traded.
he
went to
He got
Sacramento
traded to
after that,
Sacramento.
After, okay, so yeah, but they didn't win it though. I think
didn't.
in order
They
to
was
be
high scoring for
in order to
many
be a
years.
part of this collection, you got to at least get one out of the
Yeah,
thing.
for sure.
And so how y'all talking about Nets?
No, because we said
Because
collection
he
of
said-
talent.
he said
We
collection
talking
of
about collection of
talent.
talent.
That's
So, all right, quick hits. Super Bowl is coming up. We close. Does my Bills are still in it? Your team is out. So you out of here. I still don't
Russell
know. He
Wilson,
picked
you owe me
Seattle.
money, nigga.
Y'all pick Kansas City.
Kansas City.
No, I did not. I picked Tom Brady.
I
He
thought
did.
y'all both
He
picked.
picked
Tom Brady.
He picked Kansas City. Then you picked Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So, look like Mahomes is gonna play, but they feel like he broke his toe, and he's still in concussion protocol.
Let's see what Tim think. Who you got?
Man, I don't watch football, so.
Okay,
you don't watch
that's
football?
fine. That's why we.
That's cool.
Hey, he know he about to get the beat machine. So we already know. So JC, are you comfortable? Tom Brady going to Green Bay. It's gonna be 9 degrees. He gonna be wearing 2
The
gloves.
stadium's open. They got
Stadium,
open.
yeah, it's a they ain't no cover in Green Bay.
Okay.
Snowing.
That's
does Tom do?
That's the weather.
Hey, but
Let's,
that don't mean shit because they've been New Orleans has fans.
let's check.
No. There's no dome in.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm talking about the weather elements.
The fans. Yeah.
You gonna be in Green Bay, Wisconsin,
Nigga,
frozen.
like that's on one of my bucket lists to go. Like one of the things on my bucket list is to go to Lambeau
I would never want to
during
go
the
there.
Lions game.
Nigga.
I almost
They
went.
play on Saturday or
They
Sunday.
play both games Sunday.
Yeah, both
It's
of them
gonna
on
be
Sunday.
-2.
That's what I said.
Oh,
It's
my.
And snowing.
Like I said, I told you 9
50%.
degrees. Was what it was
Tom
before.
Brady played in Foxborough.
No. It's different in Green Bay.
Bro,
that
it's gonna be
Wisconsin off that
-2,
lake.
a high
Bro,
of
I understand that, but he's still like it's not like he a
-2 is the
dog.
high.
Yeah, bro. Tom is he's 43 now, bro. Like you ain't built for that no more.
What you
When I went to Soldier Field when the Bears and Lions played, it was Megatron's last game. It was unbeknownst to everybody before the game started.
Yeah.
But nigga, it was like 14 degrees and the wind, and the stadium is like right off the lake.
Right off the lake.
Bro, when I say I drank so much whiskey,
You have to,
just to like,
You have
or
to.
you're gonna die.
just to be,
Yes.
Yeah. functional, which is crazy to say.
You gotta be out of body.
Dog,
You
it
gotta
was
be
so
out of
cold,
body.
but like I was so hyped to be there because as a Lions fan, I know the history of Soldier Field, Lambeau. Dog, I gotta go to Lambeau at some point when
I
all
don't
this
want
shit
to
is
go to
done.
Lambeau, bro. Lambeau is cold as hell.
I'm
so,
going.
So we got our we the only two or the three of us got Super Bowl teams still in. So we'll be able to
Can I
keep
go
that as we go
A-Rod?
on. We'll let you reprieve. Yeah, you could do that. You owe 25 push-ups though to do it.
Fuck that.
No,
I'm going with the Bills.
No, I already picked the Bills and y'all tried to clown me. Yeah, y'all tried to
man,
clown.
Can I
I'ma
say
go
something real
A-Rod.
quick? Can I say something real quick, man? I was in Dallas when they was playing last week's games, and bro, I don't know, man. Like I was watching the Bills game against the Ravens, like, and we went to a bar out in Dallas, and it was downtown. It was like a bunch of white people. All them motherfuckers was going for the Bills. I was like, why?
because they don't like black people.
That's what I'm saying.
No one wants
And I'm
Lamar.
like, bro,
no one wants
what?
Lamar to get a chip.
Hey, but no, shout out
Like,
to the
why-
Buffalo fans though. He got hurt, and they end up donating.
that's what's
They
up.
did. They
That's
They
what's
end
up.
up
That's what's
donating
up.
to his
They
backpack
sure did.
charity,
I'm like, damn, why y'all
$450,000.
They
fuck
sure
with
did. They sure
boys,
did.
man. Like,
So we gonna get out of here because I need to go watch some more Busset Challenge. Tim, can you give people your information again, Casey? Did you have something
I
before we
did
got out?
before because he just spoke about Dallas and they made me think about this shit. They, I mean, it's a proven that Dallas don't really mess with things. Did y'all see that the governor is shutting down their vaccines?
Yes, I did.
Because they literally had a plan to get some of the vaccines to the lesser hoods for the brown and black people. And they was like, no, you supposed to be facilitating them at such and such places. And like they was just trying to get it to where they can have a spot for the like the lower class.
Shut it down.
They shut it
I
down.
did see that.
weird.
Yeah. So, and shout out to Officer Goodman, the brother from the Capitol riot who kept the people from the Senate chamber. Now he got promoted. He Kamala Harris
Why is that funny?
bodyguard.
Wow.
That's
So
what's
shout
up.
out to
That's
him.
what's up.
So
I still ain't
Hey,
celebrating
he's,
no cops.
Damn.
He's
Not
Sinbad
named
from-
Agent Tati. Like, so, like, I got a friend that's a cop, but I know she cool.
But I'm shouting out Officer Goodman. He cool too. He a brother, and he the one that was wearing them Dior ones. Nah, he wasn't.
No,
it was
he
actually Kamala Harris' brother-in-law was wearing them Dior
not
ones.
brother-in-law, it's her niece.
I thought that was her sister's husband.
I don't know their family.
But it's one of those. So he a part of the family. So Tim, give the people your socials again, information before we get out of here.
Yes, sir. Loudmusic.com. Instagram official Tim Ned. Twitter Tim Ned. Anything Tim Ned. !MNED.
And that's been episode 127. We out.